Said it's real. Coronavirus. All right. So, hey guys, it is second grade math with Mr. Baird. It is second grade math with Mr. Baird. And of course, because of the coronavirus, we are here now and we are celebrating as we continue to march towards third grade. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to keep you long because I know that you guys are so smart and you can pick up on this information quickly. All right, so your I can statement is I can graph data into a chart and interpret. So what does that mean to interpret? I want you to take a few seconds to think about what does it mean to interpret. All right. So if you said that to interpret is to understand, then you are correct. When we interpret things, we understand things, okay? So let's look at it. Data, of course, is information collected through observation. So we're going to take a few moments for you to look around and think about how many rooms are in your house? Or how many rooms are in your house? Or wherever you are? How many rooms? But Mr. Van thought about his, and there are 9 rooms here. So that means it's 9 rooms to maintain. So I am going to take that data and I am going to interpret it. Now, if I were to plot that on a line plot, then I would say that it was 9. But all right, so how many rooms do you have? Just think about that. All right, so let's look at it. We have our measurement objects. We have pencils that were 4 centimeters long, 9 centimeters, and 2 centimeters. Previously, we counted those. And once we counted those, we were able to plot them on a line plot. Once we plot them on a line plot, then we were able to understand that there were 17 pencils that were 4 centimeters long. There were 3 pencils that were 9 centimeters long, and 7 pencils that were 2 centimeters long. Once we place that information on our table, we were able to now interpret. How do we interpret the information? Now that they gave us the information, how do we interpret the information? You have to ask yourself questions. So, how many pencils were collected? How many pencils were collected? So, if you counted and you said that there were 27 pencils collected, you are absolutely correct. That is how we interpret the information. Once we said how many pencils were collected, we went to 17 plus 3 plus 7, and that gave us a total of 27. How many more 2 centimeter pencils were collected than 9 centimeter pencils? I'm going to give you some time to think about that. All right. So if you in your head did 7 subtract 3, then you are correct and you were to get what? 4. How many are in Mr. Viz's second grade class? Of course, I had my table and I was able to distinguish how many boys and how many girls. So I were to interpret that, and I had 16 boys and 8 girls, which gave me, as I wrote it on my chart, on my table, I was able to do that. Now I need to interpret that information. How many scholars are in Mr. Ved's second grade class? If you counted 16 plus 8 with a total of 24, you are correct. How many more boys are there than girls? If you did 16 subtract 8 and you received a difference of 8, you are correct. Shapes and its sides. We were to interpret if it had 3 sides, 4 sides, and 5 sides. There were 4 that had 3 sides. There were 8 that had 4 sides, and there were 3 that had 5 sides. Uh-oh. You can't see the question. So it says, how many more shapes had 4 sides than 5 sides? How many more shapes had 4 sides than 5 sides? All right. So if you in your head did 8 minus 3 and you received a difference of 5, then you are correct. Our next question: how many fewer shapes had 4 sides than 3 sides? If you did 8 minus 4 and got 4, you are correct. Guys, that was pretty simple. We have to use this information and we have to interpret the data that we have. Understand what the data that we have. Make sure that you continue to follow us on YouTube. I love you and I miss you. And of course, if you go to YouTube and type in QEA second grade, then you are going to get all of our videos and you are going to subscribe. Okay? So make sure that you do so. I love you and I miss you.